Hello students, let's continue with our chapter 6 Learning Class 11 Psychology. This is part 4. In this we are going to deal with a very interesting topic and that is cognitive learning. We have already discussed in detail about classical conditioning, operant conditioning and observational learning. Today you will learn how cognitive learning is different from these. As a student, you are trying to learn something new, and as a teacher, I am trying to explain a new concept and theory to you. In cognitive learning, the focus is more on how the learners learn, what processes are involved, how the information is processed, organized, and reorganized experiences, how the new ways are adopted, and the actions are modified to improve learning. Learning occurs through internal processing of information, and it is not viewed simply as a change in behavior, but it is viewed as a change in knowledge and how it is stored in the memory. And also, prior knowledge plays an important role in learning. Cognitive learning is brain based learning, it is internal. It is how information is processed and reorganized, whereas in classical and operant conditioning, the discussion we have done earlier, it focused on observable aspects of learning. In other words, we can say that here the concern is not on what is being learned, but it is how it is learned. Cognition means act or processes of knowing. It is an intellectual process through which knowledge is gained from perception or ideas. So we can say that cognitive learning is a type of learning that is active, constructive and long lasting. It engages learner in the learning process. They use their brain more effectively and they make connections when learning new things. Today we will be talking about two types of cognitive learning, insight learning and latent learning. Let's first start with insight learning. Insight suggests that what we learn is not only because of conditioning but also of cognitive processes that cannot be directly observed. A German psychologist, Kohler, came up with the idea of insight learning. He performed number of experiments on chimpanzees and he tried to show the occurrence and importance of perceptual organization and insight in learning. He believed that animals are capable of insight and intelligence and so it is different from stimulus and stimulus response conditioning. Insight learning is a form of problem solving in which an organism develops a sudden insight or understanding of a problem situation. Let's discuss the experiment. In an experiment with chimpanzees, where the chimpanzees were kept in closed play area and they were kept hungry, food was kept at a distance from them and they cannot directly reach it. Also in the play area, some boxes and sticks were kept. Chimpanzees they continued playing and when they felt more hungry, they realized that though food is there in front of them, they could not reach. They tried but failed. And after several attempts, they gave up. But after some time, suddenly they got a sudden flash of an idea. They joined the two sticks by inserting them in one another and they pulled the bananas inside the cage. Also, in another experiment where bananas were at a height in the cage, they realized that it is too far to reach. So they gave up initially, but then suddenly came up with an idea and stacked boxes one on another and reached the bananas. In the first stage, initially they were not able to solve problem. Then the problem was put on hold. After that, sudden solution comes as a flash and later that solution is tested. This sudden flash of an idea and the solution is a mental event and that bridges the gap between the problem and the solution. So in insight learning, nature of the situation is very important. An organism reacts to the whole situation, perceives the relationship between means and the goal, reorganize and restructure perceptual field, and after initial trial and error, takes a pause. An insightful solution appears all of a sudden. Once it is reached, organism shows high degree of retention and they try to apply that to similar problems. You all know that individuals differ in their capacities. So small children who are slow in understanding, they lack insight and they learn more through trial and error. Other type of cognitive learning is latent learning. Latent means hidden. What all we learn is not always immediately apparent. At times, learning only becomes evident when we need to utilize it and when incentive is offered. The term latent learning was coined by American psychologist Edward Tolman. He conducted experiments with rats and mazes to examine the role of reinforcement plays in the way that rats learn their way through complex mazes. He performed the experiments for 17 consecutive days. He had 3 groups of rats, and the task for them was to find their way around a complex maze. In group 1, rats were rewarded every time they got to end. Reinforcement was given, food was kept at the end of the maze. In group 2, no reward was given. No food was there at the end of the maze. In group 3, no reward was provided for first 10 days. But from day 11 to day 17, every time they got to end, they were given food. So this experiment showed that delayed reward group, that is group 3, though learned the route on days from 1 to 10, they formed a cognitive map of the maze, that is the mental representation of the space. But there was no motivation for them to perform. But from day 11 onwards, because of incentive and reward, they reached the end of the maze much before the rewarded group and they made less errors. So Tolman suggested that organisms, they form cognitive maps of the environment that can be used when needed. Let's take an example for this. If you have your exam and you have to reach school on time, but on that particular day while going you find traffic jam. So what you do? You decide to take up another route so that it will help you to reach school in time. That is much before your exam starts. Because of the cognitive map of the environment, you make a decision to choose an alternative route that will help you to reach school in time. So it becomes very evident that when there is a need and motivation to perform, you actually perform better and make less errors. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.